Welcome in to the Hawk Pen in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the Pittsburgh Riverhawks will take on the Chicago Warriors. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northrup, and joining me in the broadcast booth this week is the man they call Easy Money, John Fullerton. How you doing, John?
I'm doing good tonight, Colin. I'm very excited to see both of these teams play, and I hope we have a great, exciting matchup. Definitely going to be one to watch for tonight.
Given how jumbled the SFLm standings are, particularly in the middle, this should be a good clarifying game.
Yeah,
Mike Schmuzniak makes his debut for Pittsburgh as quarterback one.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of looking at tonight, Colin, too, was just that Pittsburgh, they got a brand new quarterback starting tonight. 6'3", 220 pounds. We'll see what Mike Schmuzniak, I know I messed that one up, but we'll see what he does tonight.
And Pittsburgh will receive the ball first, so we get to see their offense on the field first, and the kickoff from Chicago to start the ball game. Both these teams 3-5, looking to move one game closer to 500 as we are underway. Kickoff fielded about 2 yards deep out of the end zone. Up the middle is Devin Lloyd, spins off, tackle to the 30, 35, 40, and out of bounds at the 39 is Will Markham. First down for Pittsburgh.
Such a great return by Lloyd on that. It just, that defender came up and smacked him right in the mouth. He said, excuse me, that's nothing. And he just bounced off right off him. I mean, Lloyd's a great wide receiver. Speaking to him as well, off site sometimes, I've always loved his speed and his attributes. Great player.
He's got a plethora of targets for Schmuzniak to throw to, number 5 in your program, but QB1 for Pittsburgh. Will be first and 10. Out of the I formation, 3 wide receivers. You got a receiver in motion to the bottom. Now it's 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top. Schmuzniak is back to throw. Throws down the middle, has a man open, and it's caught for a first down for Pittsburgh.
Great throw from Mike on that one. Again, like we already said it, this is his pro debut, or minor debut, we'll like to call it. And he's already shown out great vision throwing it down to Ivy. Great throw on that.
Joining their new quarterback on offense is Robert Nimchek, number 26. We also have BB Belletz, number 27. Devin Lloyd and Ryan Davis are the wide receivers. James Jennings is the tight end, along with Talal Bobby. And the left tackle is Kira Cool. Play action rollout. Plenty of time. Throw backside, nearly intercepted by Chicago. That was William Patterson deep in coverage, second down.
Yeah, you can tell on that one, Mike. Mike's trying to move that ball downfield, trying to put some work in early. The defense is saying, hey, we know that you're debuting tonight, but look, we're gonna put some smack on you. Great play by the defense to break that pass up.
We'll introduce you to the Chicago defense after this play, which sees a man in motion to the top of your screen for the 2nd and 10. Again at the eye, back to throw. Completes it this time for the first down past the 30-yard line is Reed for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you can definitely tell Pittsburgh's coming out here. They have a lot of confidence into Mike's first game debuting tonight. So you can tell that they're going really pass heavy and just a great throw. Getting that defender off of them too. But great pass by Mike on that.
Peter Mark is the defensive end for Chicago. They have 3 defensive tackles, May Carter, Brutus Brown, and number 99, Frank Doom, who's probably going to go on the all-name team once he gets called up to the majors. Dallas Knowles is the inside linebacker. Schmuzniak back to throw, pumps. He completes it over the middle. Lloyd, who's tackled after pickup of 3. Patterson, among the defenders to bring him down. Finn Steele, who was signed in week 2, is the other outside linebacker. Devontae Moore, Ness Geckel are the corners, and Tyler Highfield and Amante Dubois Smith are the safeties for Chicago. Here's a run to Nemchek, and it's good for a Pittsburgh first down.
We can see Pittsburgh, they switching up a little bit. They went with the run on there and got that first down. I'm very curious if we're going to start mixing these these plays up. Pass, run, pass, run. But great play by Nemchek on that.
They go 4 wide, trips to the top of the formation. He throws, and it's incomplete over the head of everybody. The receiver was Ryan Davis for Pittsburgh.
Again, that minor debut. You can tell maybe that's kind of having the nerves from Mike. It seemed like for that one he kind of overthrow Ryan Davis on that particular play.
2nd and 10. Ball marked at the 15. It'll be another pass for Smizniak. He dumps it short to Ballett. And a nice stiff arm picks up him 6 yards to set up a 3rd down and 4 situation for the Riverhawks.
Buell Ballett on that play said, "Get off me, young man," just with the stiff arm. I love seeing that aggressive play style. Put the arm out, stiff him away.
And then pass again. Under pressure. He lets it go in the end zone. Touchdown. What a way to complete your first SFLm touchdown in your first start as Ivy somehow makes the diving catch in the end zone.
Hey, Ivy and the refs down there make sure that Mike gets that game ball. Such a great play to get off of those defenders that are coming in there for that potential sack. I thought he was done for. I saw a defender right there. I thought maybe the defender got an arm out to grab Mike. But even with that one arm throw, just great overall drive by Mike.
Corner also made a fantastic break on the ball, John.
Yeah, that too.
Looked like he had it there, but alas, ends up in the end zone. 8 plays, 60 yards, 2 minutes, 49 seconds, and Pittsburgh is on the board. Kickoff is away. This will be short fielded just past the 15-yard line, and the Warriors will get good field position at their own 36 for Iman Kopech and company for Chicago.
One thing about Chicago is Kopech, he has that experience coming out here. We've seen that in the pro level, going back down to the minors. He definitely has that experience to show out tonight. So we can definitely see what he's going to do.
This is a guy who split time in the majors with John Lakeman at Charleston, but is QB1 here. So he'll be taking all the snaps in his first place head off to Kirk Wynn, who loses a yard. That'll be 2nd and 11.
Great defensive play by 55, Jeff Biacoli. Another name I probably messed up tonight, but great defensive play to stop that running attack.
2nd and 11 for Chicago. Here's a pitch out. And this will gain a couple of yards back. It's Elegant Snowbird. Number 46. Make it a 3rd and 9. Toby Botnes and Nick Twice are the wide receivers. Tight ends were signed in week 2. Tyashon Marble and Goose Busters. Great name. As the throw by Kopech down the field is complete for the first down, but hold everything. We got a flag. And it's going to be defensive pass interference on Pittsburgh. They'll decline the penalty as the ball is moved out to the 39.
What I love about that play is that wide receiver fought through that contact. He felt that PI. He said, "You know what? I don't even care about it. I'm still going to fight through it. I'm going to get that ball." Being as a fellow wide receiver, that's what you have to do sometimes. You have to fight those little hand attacks that you can feel on your jersey. Fight those away. Get that ball. Great play.
And it makes his quarterback look good in the process, as this is dumped out of the backfield and picked up 9 yards. Number 44 there for Chicago. That's McCrary, the fullback. For Pittsburgh up front, they got P. Fedor, defensive end, and Big Snacks at defensive tackle, number 56. Jasad Geckelflint is the outside linebacker. Jeff Spicoli joins him. Chad Wolf is the corner. Zion Waddle's the free safety, the man called for the penalty. And Al Ingram III at strong safety for Pittsburgh. 2nd and 1. Dive play up the middle, and they won't give him the first down. They maybe gave him an inch, but he didn't get it, John.
I thought Kirkland had that. I thought for a second that he was going to be able to kind of stretch out his arms past that line, but defense did a great job of stopping that. 30 inches. We'll see if Chicago might go another run. Just run up right the middle, get that first down.
This is 100% beef formation on the field for Chicago. The pitch blitz is perfectly timed by Pittsburgh. The tackle for loss made. That's McColey again, John.
Yeah, again, that defense, they could tell what's going on. They stopped Chicago right there in the tracks. I think we all knew that was going to be a run, 100%. You gotta make that effort. So good try by Chicago to run that ball up there, and good job by Pittsburgh to, hey, stop it.
This is going to be downed in the end zone by Lloyd. As it's too far for a field goal attempt, Pittsburgh takes over on their own 21st and 10. What should we expect from Pittsburgh here, John, as they start drive number 2?
Honestly, drive number 2, I think they're going to still sling that rock. They believe in this new quarterback, and I believe that they're just going to keep that offensive attack. You got to get on the board early.
There's Nemchek on the carry. Got a first down and more. Pickup of about 12 yards on the little run up the middle. And John, he made that happen on his own.
Oh yeah, he did. Just I love the spinning, and I love just getting off of that defender. You can tell Pittsburgh, they're attacking that Chicago defense, whether it's through the air or on the ground. You can tell the ground game is starting to catch up now. They're starting to start with that and get that going. So Pittsburgh's moving down the field.
These teams both 3 and 5, looking to move one game closer to that 500 mark. Ballett's on the carry. Only gets one, it'll be 2nd and 9. I tell you, the addition of a quarterback must be really welcome for Pittsburgh. They've been using Marcus Quinn, number 12, as the generic player. He's back to throw again. Pass complete. Schmuzniak looks really good on that throw to Devin Lloyd.
You could tell, Schmuzniak is just he's unfazed by that pressure. Just looking at another play where the Chicago defense is right in his face, he says, "You know what? I don't care. I'm just gonna throw it over there to Lloyd and get him." So great play by that Pittsburgh that quarterback again. Debut. He's unfazed by it at this point.
Here to get the Nemchek out of the eye. Spinning ahead will pick up about 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. So we approach under 3 minutes to go in the opening stanza. Now we have a 2nd and 3 for Pittsburgh. Single receiver to the bottom of your screen out of the I formation. BB Ballett's the tailback now. Second man through the hole, gets the ball hung up on his blocker, and he gets tackled for a short loss there by Patterson.
I think in Chicago, they must be looking at something that we're not, because that's the second time that they're starting to kind of notice that it's a run play and being able to take care of it. As we saw in the beginning of the drive, those couple of long distance rushing yardage, Chicago's trying to stop it.
You got I formation, 3rd down and 4. This is Devin Lloyd now in motion to the top of the screen. Splits are condensed from the wide receiver. Schmuzniak back to throw down the middle. One-handed catch for the first down. That is Ryan Davis showing off the fancy glove work as he pulls it down with one hand.
That's definitely some fancy glove work on that one. I love seeing those one-handed grabs, being able to grab it up midair with one hand and then even possessing the ball and holding the ball while you're getting hit right there in the shoulder pads. Great play by Pittsburgh on that. Again, they're moving down the field. They're trying to score early and trying to stack these points on Chicago.
Again, they got 3 wide receivers. Ivy, the man who caught the touchdown pass, is in motion. He's in the slot to the top of the formation now. Schmuzniak back to throw and throws. It's complete. Fumble is called, and Chicago will fall in it at the 12. Oh my goodness, what a turn of events for Chicago.
Again, Mike is slinging that rock, but Oh, hey, we've seen Lloyd fight off them big hits, but Chicago's defense, they just smacked him in the mouth, and he just let go of the ball.
Oh, we're
Oh,
going to get
a
a
little
challenge
challenge.
from Pittsburgh. Particularly important, given the momentum of this game at the moment. As we take a look under the hood. John, in real time, it looked like the receiver had possession in Lloyd, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of considering. I wasn't really looking at um if it was a contact upon the catch. I thought he took a couple steps and lost it. So yeah.
And upon further review, the officials have determined that it stands and Pittsburgh will lose a timeout. And the coach is beside himself because he knows this is a huge play early in this ball game.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Maybe Pittsburgh saw something that we didn't see on that particular play. You know, if you feel that it's wrong, hey, throw the challenge flag. But you know, it was a bad result.
Chicago
Just for
takes
Pittsburgh.
over on their own 12, 1st and 10. Here's the give out the middle to win. And he squeezes out a yard as Gacko Flint is among the tacklers to bring him down. Set up a 2nd and 9.
I believe on that play too. I think I saw P. Fedora on there too. Great teamwork to stop that run and only get 1 yard.
Give up the middle. This is Win again, and he grinds it out to make it a 3rd and 3. Haven't been in a lot of these situations for Chicago. Let's see what they do here.
Yeah, you can tell Chicago they're coming out the gate kind of slow and steady. You know, a little different approach than Pittsburgh. And hey, you're burning clock. So
Songbird, he gets the 1st down with a couple of yards to spare.
great running by Snowbird on that one too. Just being able to kind of just jump over those remaining players that are on the field too and fight for that 1st down. So great run.
It's almost like it'd be the last play of the quarter if they get the snap off. 3 wide for Chicago. Split backs. Behind I'm in Kopech.
Ooh.
And to get the win doesn't work that time. He'll lose 4 as we have elapsed time here in the 1st quarter. And it's 7-0 Pittsburgh in front. Colin Northrup, John Fullerton here in the broadcast booth with you. Cameron Irvine, our producer extraordinaire. Making sure things flow smoothly behind the scenes. And it's a 2nd and 14 for Chicago. They have 2 tight ends on the field. And they'll send 1 receiver in motion to the top of the screen. And Iman Kopech's back to throw. He does this a lot. Pumps. Now he's going to run. He's got room on the open field, and he picks up the 1st down as he lowers the shoulder.
I was looking for Kopech on that one. I didn't know what he was gonna do. For a second I thought he was gonna maybe dump it off, but you know what he said? I got this. I'm gonna run and get that 1st down. But as a quarterback, you got to slide. You can't be out there trying to get a full on contact from these linebackers. So you got to slide. You got to protect yourself so you can keep on playing this game.
Kopech now under center. He's still got 3 out in the pattern. Turns, gives to Snowbird, and he picks up 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Now the running play by Chicago. I think we're kind of seeing how both sides are doing their own thing. Pittsburgh is kind of saying, "Hey, we're gonna come out the gate throwing, trying to run down the field," and Chicago's like, "We're gonna take the time with us and slow and steady."
A win on the carry, and they give him forward progress for the 1st down, as Chicago will move the chains once again. Dubois Smith did force the fumble on the previous possession for Chicago when Pittsburgh had the ball. And now they're out close to midfield. Here's Snowbird on the carry, gets stopped at the line for no gain. And guess who it is, John? It's Spicoli making his presence felt.
Spicoli. Okay, I'm getting his name right now. So, but great play, great tackle on that. Recognize, hey, it's a rush.
Kopech back to throw.
Ooh.
Takes off again. This time, they'll credit him with 1 to set up this 3rd and 9. And
So what is that? You say Spicoli 3 times and something happens? I think I better stop saying his name multiple times because that just occurred.
so that
Great
man
play.
has 6 tackles so far. As Chicago lines up empty backfield. Nobody behind Kopech. 3 down linemen for Pittsburgh. Kopech fires! Catch made!
Ooh.
First down! What a catch made by Hill for the first down.
That was a great catch. I think at first, number 30 right there had to seem like he tipped it a little bit. But the Chicago wide receiver did a great job of seeing that ball maybe tip to the side a little bit and to catch it, and just a great play.
It was a great play indeed, as it's 1st and 10, 2 to the bottom. They run opposite side with Wynn, and he gets stopped for no gain. As we now are rapidly encroaching under 7 minutes to go in the first half.
Again, Spicoli's out there. He's keeping an eye on Wynn. Wherever Wynn goes, Spicoli's just look at him like, I'm gonna get you. Wherever that you're at, you get that ball, I'm gonna tackle you.
You got a strong eye formation. This is Nick Twice up in motion to the top of the screen. Twice and Kopech teammates with the Predators as the pass down the middle is incomplete. Twice was the intended receiver, but Scott, number 30, the man who you pointed out earlier, John, with the deflection.
Yeah, Twice he was out there. That was the first look for him too. One thing that I was kind of I wanted to talk earlier with Twice was he's sitting at 4th in the league for receiving. So I'm kind of curious. Maybe this game, that Pittsburgh knows that and they're trying to stop him.
Here's Kopech empty again, throws down the middle, catch made for the first down, and Chicago once again faced with a 3rd and long situation finds the man open down the field.
Yeah, you can tell Chicago they're sensing that end zone down there, and they say, hey, if we're gonna switch it up, we're gonna start passing a little bit, trying to put some points on this board before halftime.
We have 1st and 10 split backs. Tight end in the ball game for the Warriors. Turn, give. It's going to be a pickup of 5 for Wynn. And it'll be 2nd and 5 coming up for Chicago.
Great tackle by Ingram on that. You can tell that he was trying to. I guess he was just trying to do what just happened on the last drive of Pittsburgh with the fumble. It was an awesome hit. Just love to see just somebody getting just smacked in the mouth.
Here's Snowbird on the carry. Burrows ahead. He's still going to be about a yard short. Got about 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd down. They are in comfortable field goal range, John, but I think they want the 7.
Yeah, you got to take the 7. You can already tell what's going on. You got to take that 7. 7 over 3 any day.
Offset eye again. And stopped at the line for no gain. As Pittsburgh makes the stop on the play, it was number 44, Grackleflint, on the stop, and Chicago will bring out the field goal unit.
Again, as being in Chicago, you definitely want to see 7. But hey, at least you're able to get some points on the board. As we see that drive summary, 6 minutes. After 6 minutes, you want to get a touchdown. But hey, at least you came out with something with 3 points.
17 plays to go 73 yards. So all around impressive for Chicago, but it ends in 3 points rather than 7 with 5-12 to go in the first half. Here's the kickoff coming from the Warriors. This will be fielded just short of the 10-yard line. Up the middle is Davis, and Davis up to the 33, where he'll be marked out. The SFL convention is headed to Baltimore for the 2025 convention, kicking off the league's 25th anniversary season, July 10th through the 14th. Join SFL Nation at the rooftop pool of our host hotel, the Hyatt Regency, looking out into Baltimore's Inner Harbor and revel in the league's first convention on the East Coast. You can reserve your room now at the special group rate at simfl.net. John, as Pittsburgh comes back on the field, all of a sudden this is a bit of a tighter ball game.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. I mean, they've been attacking Chicago. Maybe they'll try to get some more points on that board before halftime.
Well, they start with a run here, and Nemchek
Mhm.
will pick up about 5 to make it 2nd and 5. Those runs have been effective, particularly when they go those 3 wide receivers, it appears.
Yeah, it's another tool that's been in their tool belt that you can start noticing that they're bringing out and using. They're using this rushing attack to start moving down the field.
Now they bring in 3 tight ends. BB Ballet's with the ball, but he was hung up behind a blocker. That was Frank Doom who really blew up that play and allowed the cornerback to come up to make the tackle on Ballet's.
And we see Doom putting some work in, basically putting his first name out there too. That's a big boy out there. getting that running back. Let's see if Chicago can stop him and get some more points.
So this pass is caught for the first down, just barely to Reed, and Pittsburgh will move the change as their new quarterback continues to light up the passing charts.
Wow, look at the stat line: 9 for 11 for 114 yards. You can tell Mike is just unfazed by just his debut today.
Throw over to Devin Lloyd. What a catch made for the first down, and Pittsburgh will move the chains once again.
I think on that particular play, maybe Lloyd got a little misstep on well, actually, he did get tackled. I thought for a second he was just going to be gone. Whenever I see Lloyd out there, I already know about his speed, and I thought he was going to be gone. But great play by Chicago to stop him. He's a deadly weapon for Pittsburgh.
He's shown that tendency for sure. Smuzniak over the middle of Lloyd again, and he picks up a first down. This guy continues to just amaze every time the ball is thrown in his direction.
Yeah, he's just starting today. As we already know, last week Pittsburgh didn't have nobody, so they got lucky by signing Mike for this week, and you can tell that it's working for Pittsburgh. They're definitely moving down the field in this game, and they're trying to stack up some more points.
He's back to throw, completes it again to Reed, and the unheralded receivers for Pittsburgh, other than Davis and Lloyd, they're eating at the table too, John Fullerton.
Yes, I'm saying it's not even Thanksgiving yet, and we're already seeing everybody at the table eating. But another great play just to see another wide receiver that's open, and Pittsburgh they see that they're working on that time management. They're trying to hurry up and get some points. Great plays by Pittsburgh.
The defensive line spreads out a little bit as Smuzniak back to throw over the middle, tipped in, incomplete, but that was real dangerous. A bunch of Warriors in the area. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, Knowles, he was looking at that ball like, you know what? You got your first touchdown today. I'm about to give you your first interception. I'm very surprised Knowles did not pick that off. That ball was thrown right towards him.
Again, they come out of the I formation with 2 receivers to the bottom, 1 to the top. And back to throw again. Pops and down he goes. Sack time. We called his name a few plays ago, and now Frank Doom has a sack next to his name on the stat book.
And just like kind of Frank was talking about, I just saw it. He said he wanted a sack. Well, guess what, Doom? You got it. Good play on that. Like I said, that's a big boy coming through, pounce on the quarterback. He said, you know what? I got you your first sack of your minor league debut.
And they get the playoff before the 2-minute warning. 3rd and 14. Down the middle. Oh, they almost converted, but not quite. Great play by the defensive back, Tyler Eifield, breaking on the ball. James, the intended receiver.
Great play. That Chicago defense was everywhere. They were trying to get a sack. They couldn't get the sack. So then the ball was thrown, and Highfield was right there to knock that ball out of the wide receiver's hands. Great play.
We're going to get a field goal attempt from Pittsburgh to make this a 7-point game. And he just
Oh,
pushed it up to the
no.
left-hand side. No good.
No good. And as we see, Pittsburgh, they don't have a contracted kicker, so that's where this comes into play. You know, just a little bit on the opposite side of that post. We'll see if this comes around, bites him in the butt.
So they thought they had 3 points in their back pocket, but they walk away with nothing. Chicago will take over on their own 28-yard line, a minute 54 left, and all 3 timeouts at their disposal. Ivan Kopech gets the ball and gives it off to the running back for a pickup of 2.
Chicago's gonna have to start pushing the ball. That time is clicking. That's it's just going and going. You got to start moving that ball downfield.
Give up the middle. This is win. This will make it a 3rd and 5, but Chicago appears to be in no hurry, despite the fact that they're down by 4 points. This is 3rd and 5 coming up.
You know, and this might actually be a good series for Chicago to do this, because maybe that they see something that they don't want, that we don't see. They want to prevent Pittsburgh from potentially scoring. It almost happened this last drive.
Here's a sprint on by Kopech. He does this so well. Backside throw for the first down. And now Chicago around midfield will call a timeout with 61 seconds left.
Like I said, Chicago, they saw something. They say, you know what? We'll give them a couple runs. And then Pittsburgh's they're over there thinking, where's the pass gonna happen? Where's it gonna happen? And Kopech just showed them, hey, I got you right then and there. That first down, great play.
Single back behind Kopech, who's passing again down the middle. Ooh, just a bit off target for the tight end there. Number 82, Goose Busters, almost had his first catch, but alas, it was skipped to him by his quarterback. 2nd down.
Goose Busters, you know, another new player that's in Chicago, throwing right behind him, you know. But Kopech got to throw right there to his chest.
Here's Kopech out of the gun, back to throw, fires. Ooh, had it right on the receiver's hands, but DB made a play on the ball, and it's 3rd and 10 with 54 seconds left.
2 timeouts, 54 seconds. I think this next play, they're gonna have to pass it. They're gonna have to hurry up, move this ball downfield, and just get something on that board.
Well, they line up in an empty backfield. This has worked well for them on previous 3rd down attempts. Let's see if it comes up aces again. No, it will not, as the pass is tipped over the middle. Ferrier, the linebacker, got his big paw up there, and alas, Chicago will be forced to punt.
As we've seen last drive, Pittsburgh, they can move that ball downfield. So 50 seconds with 3 timeouts. Chicago's going to have to come out here and just defend Pittsburgh and just try to prevent them from moving downfield.
They do have almost all their timeouts at disposal. As this punt takes a great Warrior bounce down past the 15. Let's see where they'll officially spot it, as the clock now reads 39 seconds. See Corey Minner in the chat. Tito Sosa. There is Mr. Frank Doom himself. Justin Bates. I've seen John Lakeman in the chat. Happy to have you all along for the ride. It's Pittsburgh takes over in their own 14-yard line, 1st and 10. Devin Lloyd's been active. Smithy back to throw. Johnny go. Sack time. Was that Frank Doom? I think it was.
Yeah, it was. It's the Doom time. Frank coming through again with another sack. He wanted one. Well, guess what? You got another one. Great job.
And Keith Wheeler, the Pittsburgh general manager, is also in the chat. Smuzniak, the rookie, back to throw. Completes it to James, who's a yard short of the sticks. It's 3rd and 1, but I think Pittsburgh is content with having a 4-point lead. They appear to be in no hurry to snap this ball.
Yeah, you can tell they're just gonna run the clock, play it safe, just run the clock down, go off in the locker room, have a little huddle, get some water, talk about the first half.
And this run on third down by Nimchek will not get anything. Timeout called with a second to go. Strangely, and Chicago's burned their full complement of timeouts. I don't know to what end. We're just a second away from halftime.
They just wanted to have the ball at last.
Punt is by Miller. It's a booming punt back to the 30. And a return up the middle. Hold everything. We got a flag. Let's check with the head official. And they're going to call a clip on the return. That's going to be immaterial, I believe. Chicago's not going to be happy about that, but alas, they're down by only 4 points as we end the first half, 7-3 our score. John Fulton, I'm curious your thoughts of the first half.
My thoughts, honestly, looking at it, I feel like Chicago they were too conservative. I mean, it has worked with being able to get 3 points, but you gotta have more points. And then with Pittsburgh, they have put a lot of trust into that new debut of their quarterback. So I think both sides need to kind of reevaluate, come out the second half, and make some tweaks. Chicago, I would say, be more aggressive. You got to be able to put more than 3 points on the board. And then I would say for Pittsburgh, keep that trust in that the debut of your quarterback. He's already shown that he's doing good. As we see, 13 for 17 for 169 yards and a touchdown. He's doing great. Look at the rating right there, 126.8. So I think both sides need to evaluate that first half and make some changes into the second half.
It'd be interesting to see what adjustments on defense for Chicago they can make against what surely must have been a way different game plan than what Chicago was planning for. Remember, they had no quarterback in the first 2 weeks of the resumption of this season, and now all of a sudden they have one. So take some time to recalibrate as Chicago will take the ball out to their own 35, where they'll start first and 10. Let's see if things my colleague talked about at halftime were put into practice by the visitors from the Windy City. It's first and 10 at the 35 for Hyman Kopech and company. Surveys the defense. It's going to be a run up the middle. Win will gain about 7 on first down. That'll be 2nd and 3. Good start.
Definitely a good start coming out of the gate. Like you said, again, just kind of what I was just covering. I hope that Chicago kind of, notice the potential that they have. That's the biggest thing, is if you know you have that potential, use it. Use it while you're playing against these opponents.
They line up at 3 tight ends. Snowbird squeaks out the first down by a chest hair.
Snowbird, I think we changed to Snow Truck. Trucking for that first down. Great play.
Oh, yeah. He was carrying a lot of defenders on his back. The guy is 6'4", 240, so he's not exactly a light guy to bring down either.
No.
As they'll go back to win, and he gets stopped after pickup of 1. Ferrier with the stop from his inside linebacker spot.
I think Chicago, they're sticking to using this double halfback system. Definitely working so far.
And they tried to go draw, but it was blown up, and Kopech was forced just to eat the ball as the defender came flying in for the loss on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Pittsburgh had that all covered, even with the fake. It took the running back down and then got the quarterback.
Kopech back to throw, fires, got him in open, but he dropped the ball. There was nobody within 10 yards of him, and Hill just I guess he lost concentration. What a disappointment for Chicago. They'll be forced to punt.
Something like that, Colin. It always happens in sports where you expect the pressure to be around you, and for some reason you just drop it. In other terms, that's some push-ups, young man. Do some push-ups when you get on that sideline.
Nobody back there to catch the punt as this will roll into the end zone for a touchback. 8:10 to go in the third quarter. As Pittsburgh will take over in their own 20. Mike Skamuziak, he had a really efficient first half, 13 of 17. Let's see if he continues where he left off. I'm curious to see what adjustments Chicago will make defensively, as this will be another pass flag down. I think defensive back, yep,
Yeah.
he was playing too roughly with his receiver guarding, and going to be pass interference on Nick Ginkel, number 23. And on that, move the ball past the 30-yard line. First down for Pittsburgh.
You can't be blocking a wide receiver like that on that one. You got to let him move around a little bit. You still contest him, but you just can't get in front of him and stop him from moving.
As a person who's had DB experience in the majors, I can tell you that's a big no-no, as that run goes backwards, lost 2 yards on the play, 2nd and 12.
A little name that we talked about before too, Knowles. Knowles is kind of coming out and starting to put some work in too. Great play.
This is a guy who's a defensive tackle in the SFL, who's playing a new position inside. It doesn't matter for Pittsburgh. They pick up the first down. There's that man, Devin Lloyd, again.
Yeah, you can definitely tell it's a Mike and Devin show tonight. Again, his favorite connection, as we see it being Lloyd. You got to use Lloyd. That's a deadly weapon, like I said earlier, that you have to use and just be able to utilize him during the whole game.
Look at that pass distribution done. Most of his damage down the middle, 72 yards. Still now create an offset eye in front of Nimchek. Will carry it up the middle, gets 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 6 upcoming.
You can tell Pittsburgh, they're moving things around right now. Definitely moving things.
Showing them a lot of different pictures, at least for that defense. Here they come with 3 tight ends on the field. BB Ballett's on the carry, and Ballett picks up the first down. It's first huge positive run in a while, John. He's been bottled up for a large portion of this ball game.
No, he definitely has been kind of not let through the door. The Chicago defense has done really good, but Ballett showed, hey, still got the potential. I could still put some work in. Showed it by getting that first down.
Wozniak down the middle, tipped away, incomplete. Devin Lloyd, the intended receiver, but the defensive back, he was all over him. Incomplete.
I know Lloyd's probably kicking himself for that one. We've seen Lloyd being able to hold on to the ball with the pressure there. I'm sure he's kicking himself and, just knowing that, hey, he dropped. It's a great potential catch.
Man in motion for Pittsburgh. Smizniak throws, has Reed wide open. Nobody was around him, but he picks up the first down and plenty more as he's shoved out before the 20-yard line.
I thought that pass was definitely tipped. Looked like the Chicago defender was right there. At least had a few fingertips on it. I thought he just jumped high enough, but Reed was able to just, catch that ball and just get a couple yards afterwards too. Pittsburgh is definitely moving downfield to try to get some more points.
And they're moving downfield at a very impressive clip of yardage. As Ballett gets the ball, and BB Ballett will pick up 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 3.
Again, we've seen his name again, Ballett. He's moving. He's trucking downfield. You can definitely see Pittsburgh's trying to put the pressure on Chicago. they're going by, you know, that first quarter movement of being aggressive.
Here's Nimchek. Gets the first down as he comes in, gives Bullets a breather. It'll be first down. I see Bullets dotting the I in tandem. They've run this 3-wide set plenty. They've had great success with it, regardless of where to go. Another 3 yards for BB Bullets.
You can also tell Pittsburgh is starting to utilize both of their running backs very heavy, giving one a breather while other ones being able to run, and it's working great for him.
There's Nimchek. Not seeing again. They go with 3 tight ends. And Nimchek up the middle. Nobody's going to touch him on the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Definitely just, it was great to see him just fight through just the bodies move, falling around him, being able to kind of be agile and move those quick corners and whatnot. But again, like I just said, they're using both running backs. He said, Blitz, go ahead and take a breather. I got this. But also, I would like to point out for Chicago, too, that Patterson tried to prevent that touchdown. You know, obviously didn't work for him, but great job. Great hustle on that play, too.
He's only 6 foot, 175 pounds is Robert Nimchek, but he definitely runs bigger than the weight listed in the program. It's now 14-3 our score, 10 plays, 79 yards. The scoring drive.
Great job by Pittsburgh. Like, you can definitely tell they're saying, hey, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to start, you know, putting that working on you guys and just jab, and jab.
Chicago will take over on the 31-yard line, 1st and 10. And now all of a sudden, John, they're down by double digits.
I think even with them being down double digits, again, it's what I have been saying is be aggressive. You have a great option with being using Nick Twice. Use him. He has been showing the whole season that he is a top option, and Chicago needs to utilize him.
Kopak back to throw. Fires! Catch made! He called it, my friend Nick Twice. Made a big throw down the field.
I told you he's been very quiet during this whole game. I know he had that thrown to before as well, too, and we kind of see it right there. Thrown it 3 times, but only caught it twice. So Chicago, they need to utilize him. Be aggressive. Start putting points on the board. You can't be having these 7-minute drives with only a field goal. Start using options that are around you.
Here's a get out the middle of the win. He picks up about 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8. Ingram, the third, making a stop from his strong safety spot.
We saw Ingram earlier putting some work in too, and he was able to stop that running attack for only 2 yards.
It'll be 2nd and 8 situation. And the give again, and he does a whale of a job just to get back to the line of scrimmage, but no further. Setting up a 3rd and 8.
I think we're gonna see a pass from Chicago on this one. Yeah, you can definitely tell they're gonna, like I say, we have to get this first down.
This has been a good formation for him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who he selects as his receiver this time. I make Kopak back to throw. Has a good front wall in front of him. Fires way down the field. Incomplete. Number 30 on the play for Pittsburgh with a deflection. And once again, John, another punt for Chicago.
Yeah, another result that you don't want. But you could tell that Chicago is trying to get the weapons that are surrounding Kopech involved. Another person we kind of haven't talked about is Toby Bonitz as well, too. Utilize him. But I think it's going to be Chicago. I think they're going to be continuing this little conservative attack. I think 4th quarter we might see a different story.
Ball out of bounds through the end zone. Ball comes out to the 21st and 10 for Pittsburgh. And The new QB is back to throw, has plenty of time, fires way down the field and
Ooh.
tipped incomplete. Johnny hasn't put the ball in harm's way too often tonight, but that time he did there.
Yeah, I was very surprised by that. The Chicago D line that they weren't able to get that quarterback right there. But hey, great work by the defensive backs on there that played to prevent that catch. Awesome play.
2nd and 10 for Pittsburgh. 2:55 to go in the quarter. Ivy in motion has 1 touchdown reception. He's in the slot to the top of the picture. Back to throw. Catch made! One-handed by Devin Lloyd. Just showing off now. And the guy who plays for Pittsburgh in the majors is showing off his major league talents that time.
I think that's one thing about Lloyd too, is just it's a little bit of chemistry where we see it where other players they have a different obviously a pro level team. Then they come down to the minors and obviously have to learn a whole different system or whatnot. But Lloyd is showing, hey, I know how this team operates on a pro level. I could just bring it down here in the minors.
Already up to 95 yards. Surely his next pass will get him well over 100. And it's a first down reception made down the field. Pittsburgh continues the aerial assault.
Yeah, I know as a wide receiver with this, I'm loving these throws to my fellow wide receivers. We had to show, hey, that we can be out there and making some great catches. Whatever's thrown to us, we're gonna put that work in. But great. I love seeing all this love to the wide receivers.
1:55 and counting to go in the quarter. This is going to be a run for BB Belletz. Has a big hole and burrows over a defender short of the 30-yard line, but it'll be enough for the first down as Belletz starting to heat up here in the third quarter after a quiet first half. Now is the time to get your voice on the call. We're looking for passionate SFL participants to join our broadcast team for the continuation of SFLm Season 9 and beyond. Please visit simfl.net/broadcasting for more details on how you can get involved in being one of the biggest difference makers in the future of SFL action. Much like my friend John Fullerton here, he applied and he's working at his craft here in SFLm.
Yeah, as someone that I hear these calls about you guys promoting it. That's what I did. Sign up and look where I'm at. So definitely, I love this opportunity.
It's definitely a fun way to take in a football game. It's BB Belletz. He's just carrying people. Devontae Moore was put on his back by Belletz, and that's good enough for another Pittsburgh first down.
I think at first I was watching this play develop, and the first thing I kind of noticed was Frank Doom was the first point of contact, and we've seen Doom, big stature, and Blitz was just able to fight through the rest of the defenders to get that first down. Great play, great hustle.
Yeah, usually when people contact Frank Doom, usually Doom brings him down, but not that time.
He brings the Doom.
It's Nimchek up the middle, and the little man gains about 9.5 yards, so he's just inches shy. The 23rd season wraps up with the SFL Championship game Sunday, November 17th at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Join Charles Darkety, Cameron Irvine, and the rest of the championship broadcast team for all the festivities as we celebrate another successful season and crown another champion right here on SFL YouTube. Should be a lot of fun. Last play of the quarter, BB Belletz, first down and more. He's going to score, and it's going to be a touchdown for Pittsburgh as the third quarter expires.
Belletz, what I love about that play was Belletz was just waiting behind his offensive line right there, and as soon as he saw an open gap, he said, "I'm going to run right over there," and it resulted in a touchdown. I know he probably looked at Nemchek earlier and was like, "Oh man, you took my touchdown," but guess what? Both of you have touchdowns now. So great drive by Pittsburgh.
As the extra point is up and good. 8 plays, 79 yards, 3 minutes, 2 seconds taken out the clock. and is now 21-3. And the Yinters in the crowd are happy. They're up over the visitors from Chicago, 21-3. We're watching the SFLm here on YouTube. Colin Northrup, John Filderton here in the broadcast booth with you. Cameron Irvine, our executive producer, extraordinary wizard. As the kickoff is away, fielded at the 5-yard line and returned up to the 29 is Lee. And Chicago, man, they got to feel like the boulder keeps rolling back down the hill every time they try to push it up.
Yeah, I think it is, with Chicago, you just need to realize, hey, this is definitely a mountain to climb, but it's possible. Just got to utilize the weapons that are around you.
This one, 29, they'll start off with an handoff on first down. Pick up a 5 from Wynn. Always like to see that. As it's 2nd and 5. Single receiver tight to the wing. Split backs. Here's the give up the middle to Snowbird, and he gets the first down.
We've definitely seen Chicago use Snowbird tonight as, like I said, he can just change the name from Snowbird to Snow Truck because he's trucking past defenders, getting those first downs, getting those yardage in. So as far as Snowbird goes, great job tonight, having that hustle and just trucking by those defenders.
I'd like to see the ball put in the hands of Kopeck here, but they'll give to Wynn again, and Wynn trucks through the opening up near the 50. As well, they'll mark up 2nd and 2. So the rush lane's starting to open up, but time is not on Chicago's side as we're now under 9 to go.
It's not. You got to move down the field, start putting some touchdowns on that board.
Here they give to Snowbird again. Burrows in behind the lineman, but he's stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain, setting up a 3rd down and 2.
3rd down and 2. Yep.
Critical one for Chicago at this juncture. Now they line up in an eye with the receiver at each side. Kopeck changing the play of the line. And Iman Kopeck surveys, checks. He's going to throw. Got him in open. No, nothing doing. And he put it right in the breadbasket of wide receiver, but the defensive back made the play. And yet another punt coming up for Chicago.
Yeah, another result that Chicago does not want. I think it was a great play by Kopeck to at least, hold on to the ball for a little bit longer and be able to at least find a wide receiver. But it wasn't the result that you wanted. And 4th down, utilizing punt now.
Fair catch is called for at the 19. That's where Pittsburgh will take over. SFLm Season 9 continues next Friday, November 22nd, with 4 more exciting matchups at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, including Albuquerque, Nashville, Chicago, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh will take on Lexington, and San Jose, Bossier City. See the stars of tomorrow, Friday, November 26th, starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on SFL YouTube. Always fun stuff. There's plenty of experimentation and laboratory testing going on. Not in terms of just on the field stuff, but off the field stuff as well as. Nimchuk will pick up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, you can tell Pittsburgh's coming out the gate. I think they're going to start utilizing this clock management. Maybe saying, hey, we don't really need to score anymore. Let's just knock off the clock, prevent Chicago comeback.
Second and 5. Give to Belletz. He broke a tackle in the backfield. How? I don't know. But alas, Dallas Knowles says, you're not getting any further than the line of scrimmage. Sets up a 3rd and 5.
Great play by Dallas Knowles on that. Being able to recognize that, hey, the first contact didn't work. So you say, I'm off my assistance. I'm going to get a tackle.
As we get a 3rd and 5. Smizniak down the middle. Catch made. Boy, the passing game continues to light up the charts. As number 15, hauls it in for Pittsburgh. And with that throw, he's up over 260 yards, sitting at 263.
Yeah, I'm very impressed by this debut. Not that many people can say, hey, that I've come out and played a great game, especially on the first debut in the minors and whatnot. He's showing out today.
Letts is in the open field before running out of bounds short of the 30. Nobody touched him, John, as he went through the hole.
Yeah, nobody at all. You could tell he's Blitz definitely. I think we kind of said it before. It was just the first half kind of quiet, and I think maybe he just said, hey, second half. All right, I'm gonna start showing out. So he's definitely awoke from whatever coma he had in first half, and is just doing great work this second half.
Here's Numchuk on the carry, and Nimchuk will gain 4 yards more to his personal total. And Pittsburgh, well, they pretty much been in control this entire second half. It was close to end the first half, but you can really tell Pittsburgh decided we're going to put our foot down and just mash on the gas pedal. As Billette has the first down past the 30. And the chains will reset once again. Great work by the fullback there, John, blocking for Billette there.
Yeah, I was just about to say something about that too. I noticed just great blocking setting up for Blitz, and honestly, I would say just great work for the offensive line just to give Blitz those opportunities to make great rushes
Against a defensive line in Chicago that on paper is very intimidating, but Pittsburgh's had no trouble opening up holes for either running back and providing very excellent pass protection. That's a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Kind of back to what you were talking about with the Chicago defensive line. I mean, they already have 1, 2, 3, 4 different contracted players. So, definitely looks very scary on paper.
Nice tackle made there by Knowles. I tell you what, it's not easy switching positions to go from defensive tackle to inside linebacker, but Knowles has really impressed me tonight.
And what I like about Knowles is that he took on that challenge. He said, "Hey, I know that this is a new position, and I'm going to take it head on. I'm going to accept whatever responsibility that comes with. I'm going to execute."
Here's Numchuk. Doesn't get the first down. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Dubois Smith. And we're going to get a 34-yard attempt. Already missed one from number 1 there, Gary Anderson. Snap, spot, kick is on the way, and he missed it again. Similar spot, he pushed it to the left.
Definitely similar spot. You can tell. I think it was even more to the left on that one. But again, just the haunting realities of not having that contracted kicker. 6 points that you could have had throughout the whole game, and you just don't. Obviously, Pittsburgh has been able to work without that, and that's why they're sitting at an 18-point lead right now too.
Would have been a nice capper on the day, but alas, no cigar. Oh, the defense almost got a turnover. Brilliant play made by Chad Wolf, the one contracted corner for Pittsburgh. Broke on the play, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Chad Wolf out there and kind of been quiet this game too, but showing out in these last minutes.
Here's Kopak back to throw. Fires down the middle. Catch made by Hill, first down. Really funny comment in the chat. He says, from Keith Wheeler, he says, we're renaming him to Scott Norwood. It's 2nd and 10, incomplete on the field. Goosebusters, the intended receiver for the Warriors.
Yeah, you can tell Chicago, I think they're finally realizing how much time is truly left and starting to switch up this game plan now.
2nd and 10. They're going to go Kopak pass again. Ooh, Scott
Oh,
tips it to himself. It's an interception, and he's running back the other way, tackled at the 27. He tipped it once, and he caught it once it came floating back down to him. Scott, the opposite corner of Chad Wolf, has had a brilliant game, and he gets rewarded for it with an interception.
yeah, great play by Scott on that one, and I think it's again it's kind of what we saw with the earlier play with the Chicago wide receiver dropping it. Is that just don't see you like, oh, what's going on? Oh, okay, I got it now. So great play by the Pittsburgh defense on that.
It's 1st and 10 from 27, 3:50 to go. For the Riverhogs, they're going to try to salt away the rest of this clock, and it's a good start as Nimchek picks up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Yeah, definitely switching up and using them check on this. I think Pittsburgh they've done an awesome job by utilizing both running backs. Both running backs tonight they have a pair of touchdowns, or one for each, and just as we see in Nemchek's yardage, 16 carries for 75 for average of 4.7. So they're doing a great job utilizing both running backs tonight.
In Chicago, they have a road game in Philadelphia, so they'll stay within the confines of the Keystone State. And Bullets almost has the first down, but Knowles stopped him just barely.
Yeah, at first I thought it was a first down, but you can tell Knowles kind of stopped him in his tracks and said, "Look, you're not gonna get that first down."
And for Pittsburgh, they'll travel the south and westish, kind of, down to Lexington, Kentucky. To take on the Miners for their next ball game. Run up the middle, lip check, broken tackle, had the first down and more, was looking for the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal nonetheless.
Yeah, I think Pittsburgh they're just saying, hey, at this moment we're gonna try to get those points that we missed from those field goals. So you can tell that they're trying to get some 7 points and kind of cap off this night.
2-minute warning. As Pittsburgh in firm control, there's Nimchek. He's up to 87 yards on 17 carries. He's back there now. He gets the ball, dives in the end zone, touchdown Pittsburgh, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, I think that's going to cap it off for Chicago tonight. Pittsburgh said, hey, you know what? That's fine. We missed those field goals. We're going to replace those. And Nemchek with the second touchdown of tonight. Great. Obviously, just great night for him and Blitz.
I tell you what, I think Pittsburgh will be sneaky dangerous for any team going forward, especially with their new quarterback. One, providing them balance that they haven't had in the past game. They've had to play a lot of their previous games close to the vest. As Anderson sneaks through the extra point. 4 plays, 27 yards, so they take advantage of the interception by Scott and turn it into 7 points. And you see the Warriors there on the bench. They're not feeling too happy right now.
Yeah, definitely. They're already having a 3-game losing streak and adding another one on there. But going back to your comment about about Pittsburgh, is I think teams are gonna have to, the next opponent's gonna have to realize, hey, they got a contracted quarterback now, so we're gonna have to switch up our scouting report on Pittsburgh, including this new quarterback.
And Chicago, they definitely have the pieces to play up to their potential offensively, but it's this. Give credit to this Pittsburgh defense. They've made the stops when they need to, and they have definitely forced them to pass way more than they've been expecting, as this throw twice down the middle is caught for the first down, and Chicago will call their first time out with about 1:46 to go.
Yeah, I think with Chicago, I mean, just Talking about the last game, Nick twice he had over 8 catches for 114 yards. Tonight he's at 57, and at 3 receptions. So Chicago, they had the weapons, and maybe it was just that Pittsburgh defense just prevented it. But great job by that Pittsburgh D tonight just to shut down those weapons that Kopech has.
And Kopech, who tosses this one out to Hill. Another timeout called by Chicago. For Iman Kopech, he split time with John Lakeman.
Mm-hmm.
The expectation is he's going to be QB1 for perhaps the Predators going forward.
Yeah.
So this is valuable live game reps as being the guy, as opposed to being the backup.
And I think the Predators, they're going to be able to kind of utilize Kopech and kind of give him that additional training, or just give him at least some tips to use his full potential. We've seen it tonight with the running and throwing and things like that too. So I'm sure on a pro level, he'll definitely do a little bit better and be able to get assistance from whatever that he needs.
And twice had to catch on the slant over the middle. Those two, they've really been on point. You can tell that they've been teammates. And the majors is another nice catch there.
Mm-hmm.
As the clock goes under 1:30 to go. It's Gunny McGuire and the Jets in Pittsburgh looking better each week, and I agree, sir, as the throw down the middle is good. It'll be first and goal, 12 of 18. 12 of 22 for 190, and an interception is Kopech. This throw to the end zone tipped at the last minute by Grekenflit, and it'll be second and goal with 1:12 to go.
Yeah, I think at this moment, Chicago's just trying to at least walk out of here, just not having 3 points. That's one thing that I think every team wants to do is you're not willing staying with just 3 points. You want to add some more points on there and hustle to that last minute.
Provide positive momentum in the weeks ahead. Kopech to the end zone, tipped away by Scott, who got one hand on the ball, setting up third and goal. 68 seconds up now. As again, they go from the shotgun in the goal line. Looking for Hill that time.
I'm very surprised that Pittsburgh defender Scott right there did not catch that ball. It was thrown right there. He saw where it was at. But hey, tip ball works as well too.
Third and goal. Again, they line up in the shotgun 2x2. Halfback off the right hip. Go back to the end zone. Incomplete. Looked like the defender and the ball got there at the same time, but alas, no flag. It's fourth and goal with 1:05 to go. And they're going to try the field goal attempt once again. Make this 28-6. And it's good. It's now 28-6, 9 plays, 74 yards, 55 seconds. So they used time efficiently, John, to drive 74 yards in under a minute. But again, they come away with 3 points, not 7.
Yeah, the drive, I mean, they're able to score in a good amount of time, but it got to be 7. It's got to be 7, especially at this time in the period.
Onside kick. Ooh.
Oh.
And Pittsburgh just barely got it. They'll mark it at the Warrior 39. It was up for grabs there in a minute.
It really did look like it for a minute. I thought Chicago, they kind of hopped on top of it, but hey, Pittsburgh was able to get it. Yeah, that's basically it for the night. And great just being able to prevent any further points from Pittsburgh on that.
It's going to be second down, so there's probably going to be a couple more snaps. Gunny McGuire says, Colin, that doesn't sound like the Rick meter in the booth with you, sir. And he'd be correct. The Rick meter, he likes his off seasons once the SFL playoffs are done and dusted. Got to get in the conditioning program to be ready for season 25, the big anniversary season.
And Gunny got it right. It's Money Fullerton in the booth tonight. Appreciate you, Gunny.
Indeed, it's been a fun one, partner. But that guy right there, number 5 for Pittsburgh, I think we have a future star on our hands, John.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I was very just impressed by his debut. Awesome showing tonight.
And that'll be the gun, as it's now 28-6, the final. Pittsburgh wins. Chicago, unfortunately, sees the losing streak extended one more game. Everybody's feeling good. As we take a look at the stats, John Fulton, take it away.
You know, I like to say the one person that kind of showed out to me, because I was looking at the running backs, quarterbacks, whatever the case may be, but I would definitely have to go with the quarterback for Pittsburgh, Mike Skamasnia. Great showing tonight. Just to have that confidence to walk in this building knowing that this is your first debut into the minor season or whatnot. Awesome play, being able to be focused, throw the ball out there, and guess what too? No interceptions too. So I think he did a great job tonight. It's definitely going to be a showing for the pro level in the future whenever it does happen to say, hey, he's an awesome quarterback. Great showing tonight. Great work. Great hustle. Great game.
10.5 yards average on the attempt tonight for the rookie in his debut. Just amazing stuff. Jeff Spicoli, he was all over the field in his outside linebacker position. But looking at it from the Chicago side, I got to give a shout out defensively to Dallas Knowles, the inside linebacker. He hustled all game long, and of course, Iman Kopech, he had his moments, as did both the running backs win in Snowbird. But alas, it was just too much. Riverhogs, they win 28-6 for Colin Northrup and John Fulton in the broadcast booth. Thanks to Cameron Irvine, our executive producer extraordinaire. Good night.